The warrior princess finds her true love. Many years ago, in a kingdom called Runda, there lived a king called King Mwenda. King Mwenda had two daughters, Princess Immani and Princess Sana. Princess Immani's mother died long ago. Princess Sana's mother was still alive, but never really cared much about Princess Immani. The two princesses are so different. Princess Immani enjoyed watching the warriors spar and prepare for battle, while Princess Sana liked relaxing with her mother and the maidens in the palace court. One day, news of invaders reached the king. He quickly sent for his warriors to prepare for battle and vanquish the enemy. He decreed that everybody stay indoors while the battle continued, and for guards to stand at every entrance or exit of the palace. Princess Immani's maiden came to give her the news from the king and advised her to stay safely indoors. After her maiden had left, Princess Immani grew excited and knew that this was her opportunity to fight and defend her kingdom. She snuck out of the palace and joined the warriors at the battlefront. None of them knew that it was her, as they all fought valiantly. Princess Sana went into Immani's room, hoping to find her there, but met her absence. She searched everywhere and eventually sent for her maiden, who told her she did not know where Princess Immani was. But after a few threats, the maiden confessed that she saw her sneaking out of the palace dressed as a warrior. Knowing that this would annoy the king, Princess Sana rushed and told him what Princess Immani had done. She had always been jealous of her father's loving relationship with her sister and would do anything to jeopardize that. The king was furious, and he commanded that his daughter be brought back from the battle immediately. Princess Immani was brought back to the palace with tears in her eyes, as she knew that she had annoyed her father. He asked her why she disobeyed his orders, and she said she only wanted to defend her kingdom, as one day she would be ruler. The king sent her to her chambers and told her she must not come out unless he decrees it so. Princess Sana was happy that her sister was in trouble. Maybe now she will be their father's favorite. Few days passed. King Mwenda's heart softened towards Immani. He sent for her from her chambers and told her she had been forgiven. Princess Immani thanked her father for forgiving her. King Mwenda jokingly said that Princess Immani reminded him of himself when he was a young and brave prince, and they both laughed. Unknown to them, Princess Sana was listening in the corner, and this annoyed her, as her father has never told her that she reminds him of himself at any moment in his life. She grew even more jealous of her sister and wondered how she could become their father's favorite. Days passed, and a messenger from a far kingdom came to see King Mwenda. A great prince from a powerful kingdom was in search of a bride, and King Mwenda knew that it would be very good for them to have an alliance. Their army was strong, and it would double the resources that they had in their kingdom. After the messenger left, the king summoned the chief priest and asked which of his princesses should be handed out in marriage to the great prince. The priest consulted the gods, and they said Princess Immani was the chosen one, and everyone was happy, as she was the first daughter. The rich and wealthy prince had sent over a huge chest of gold to the princess who would marry him. Princess Sana saw this and was green with envy, as her sister clearly did not care. She went to talk to her, and Princess Immani said that she cannot marry somebody she does not know, no matter how wealthy he is. She yearned for connection and she wanted to fall in love with whoever she will marry. Princess Sana rushed to her mother's chamber. Once again, her sister has been selected over her. She wanted to marry the wealthy and handsome prince from the kingdom far away. Her mother told her not to worry, as they would think of a plan to get rid of Princess Immani. One day, news of invaders was brought to the king, and once again, he sent his army to the battlefield. But this time, he told everyone to be as quiet as possible, as he did not want his daughter, Immani, to hear about this. Princess Sana went in search of her sister and told her what she had heard her father say. She told her she would help her sneak out of the palace and no one would know this time around. Princess Sana promised to keep it a secret if Princess Immani went to the battlefield to defend their kingdom. Princess Immani was so grateful, and she promised that she would be back before their father notices. She thanked her sister and snuck off. Princess Immani rushed to the battlefield and joined the warriors in the fight. Princess Immani fought so bravely and caught the eye of a handsome warrior who could not stop staring at her. He was mesmerized, and just then, she fell and hit her head against a rock. Blood gushed out of her head. He knew he had to save her. Princess Sana and her mother were so happy that their plan had worked. Princess Immani would once again fall out of grace with their father, or even better, not return from the war. News got to the king that his daughter, Princess Immani, had disobeyed him and gone to the war front, but unfortunately, she did not return. The king was heartbroken. After the battle, Princess Immani was taken to the Uzi kingdom. Prince Kago was the first son of the king of the land, and he ensured that she was treated like royalty. But every time he tried to talk to her, she would tell him that she cannot remember anything. When she fell and hit her head, she lost all of her memory. Prince Kago ordered a bath to help her relax, but it still did not help, as she could not remember who she was. Days passed, and the maidens in the Uzi kingdom court were curious who this woman was and why Prince Kago was always spending time with her. Kara, one of the maidens in the Uzi kingdom, had her eye on Prince Kago. Ever since he returned from the battle, he had no time for anybody. She tried to talk to him one day, but he said that he was in a hurry and could not talk. Prince Kago took Princess Immani on walks around the village, hoping it would help jog her memory, but nothing was working. Kara followed them out of curiosity. Is this the woman that the prince is falling in love with instead of her? Determined to get the prince's attention, Kara went to a powerful medicine man and asked him to give her a charm to make the prince fall in love with her. On Kara's way back, it began to rain, and she quickened her steps. Kara rushed back and snuck into Princess Immani's chamber. She put the charm under her bed, just like the powerful medicine man told her to, and quickly made her way out. The next day, Prince Kago and Princess Immani were walking around the village, and Kara followed them. Angry that the charm had not worked, Kara rushed to the medicine man. He told her that the charm was supposed to work unless she put it in some water. Kara said she did not put the charm in water. It was only some rain that fell on her as she was rushing home. The medicine man told her that is the reason why the charm will not work. The charm will bring Prince Kago closer to Princess Immani instead of driving them apart. This annoyed Kara greatly, and the medicine man told her if she tried anything else, she would run mad. Back in the kingdom, the prince who was coming to marry Immani was on his way. Princess Sana rushed to her father and begged him to allow her to marry the prince since her sister was no more. The king agreed, and when the prince came, Sana was so scared. He was not handsome like she imagined, and he looked very scary. But it was too late, as she has already agreed to marry him. She was so sad, as now she was stuck with an ugly and brutish-looking prince. In Uzi Kingdom, Prince Kago had fallen hopelessly in love with Princess Immani. He asked her for her hand in marriage, and she agreed. And just as they kissed, all her memory came flooding back. She told him everything she remembered, and that her father must be so worried about her. The very next day, Prince Kago and his people gathered as much treasure as they could carry and headed to Princess Immani's kingdom to officially ask for her hand in marriage. Her father was so happy to see her, and he gave them his blessing. Princess Sana and her mother wept in sadness as they watched Princess Immani get everything: the handsome, rich prince and their father's undying love. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment. It will help us. Thank you.